There's a gleam. Let's get the gleam, all right? Let's go.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to a very special episode of Ticks. I am working in conjunction right now with my sports channel as I do this. So let's get this out of the way. All right. So let's talk about how we got here, or should we even bypass that? But I do want to talk about how we wound up getting in this situation where Shedeur wound up in Cleveland. And understand, it's not that I don't like the kid. I mean, I watched the Colorado football games. I watched them. I even watched the Jackson State game. Snow, you want to come up? You want to come up? Hit the one. We can all talk. I even watched the Jacksonville State games. All right, Jackson State. And I mean, he looked good in Jackson State. He looked good in Jackson State. And then he got to Colorado. And in Colorado, you're looking at better talent. You're looking at better talent than playing against teams that are playing against Jackson State. Now, a lot of the talent that were coming out of that conference, a lot of those guys are not NFL caliber players, especially on the defensive line. You might get a couple guys who might go to a training camp or two, but normally guys coming out of that conference don't really make it. But outside of that, there were flaws in his game that you tend to notice. If you watch a player long enough, you see where their strengths is. You see where their strengths and weaknesses are. You have to excuse me. It's 2:00 in the morning. Shedeur's weaknesses is, number one, he holds on to the ball too long. And number two, he likes to roll outside of the tackle box. All right. If you don't know what I mean, for those of y'all who aren't really astute concerning football, y'all just listening to the gossip channels. These are your tackles. Here's your left tackle, your right tackle. They snap the ball. He likes to run outside of these guys outside of their right foot or left foot. In the NFL, that's a sack. In college, you can get away with it. Although he didn't get away with it much in college because the defensive linemen, the front four, were faster than him. Same issue he discovered in the NFL. These outside edge rushers, their whole mission is to push you up into the pocket, get pressure on the outside, force you up into the pocket, where either one of these defensive tackles or blitzing linebacker or safety DB can clean it up. You get 3.2 seconds to throw the football in the NFL. 3.2 seconds. By the time you take the snap and have your plant foot ready to throw, you need to be ready to throw the football. So we'll take a look at some game film here. All right. This is every snap, as I say, every throw and run in the preseason against the Rams. Now, do understand, against the Panthers suck. Bryce Young finally got hot near the middle of the season, but they were still being outscored because their defense was trash. They couldn't stop anybody because they couldn't get any pressure. So when Sanders started against the Panthers, as everybody was trying to say, oh, it's a setup because reasons. The reasons being was that, okay, Flacco, they're not going to start their starting quarterbacks. Everybody in the league, they don't do that anymore. Most teams don't do that because of injuries. Their key players, key starters, not in the game. So you might be working with a mix of first and second string offensive linemen, sometimes third. He's working with second and thirds here. Second and third wide receivers. These guys, some of these guys are not going to be on the team. Same thing with the Rams. Some of these guys are not going to be on the team. It's the third quarter of the last preseason game. They're not out there playing against starters. These guys are trying their best not to be driving beer trucks, selling insurance, or working at their girlfriend's father's used car dealership come Tuesday. Do you understand? They want to be wearing these uniforms just like these guys. So everybody out there is playing for a job. But here's, again, the difference between the Panthers and the Rams. The Rams are a playoff team. Their biggest issue is at quarterback. Not at defensive line. Even though Aaron Donald retired, they retooled this defensive line even while he was there, and most especially after he left. So you're looking at second and third stringers that could be starters for the Panthers. The number one thing a playoff team has is depth, especially at the defensive line, because you have to be able to rush that quarterback. So Sanders is going up against, again, NFL level talent. If these guys aren't on the 53, some of these guys will be on the practice squad. But let's go. Boom, get rid of the ball. Roll it out. Nothing. There you go. Got rid of the ball. That was his first read to begin with. All right. Second throw. Brings a man in motion. Back to throw. This guy's covered. Supposed to dumped it right here. Instead, what does he do? He takes off and runs. Gets a few yards. Really back to the line of scrimmage. Third throw. Fakes the handoff. Sets up. Boom. You see that? Remember what I was saying? The defensive end's job is to push you up into the pocket. Watch how the ends crash down. Forces him up. This guy gets beat by his man. Boom. Hits as he throws. Yes, it's incomplete. None of the coaching staff cared that this pass was incomplete like that. This guy might get cut. But the simple fact that Sanders was able to read that pressure and get rid of that ball in where he should have caught it, that's a positive on him. But again, as you see, these guys were on him pretty quick after the snap. This is the NFL, bro. 1, 2, 3. Get rid of the ball. Ah! They're on you. They're on you. You got to be able to make that read before you even throw the football. Here he is in the 5 wide. Back to throw. Got time. Rolls out of the pocket because you can. Stop, throws, overthrown. Got to set your feet. You got to set your feet. All right, here we go. Shotgun, one back set. Back to throw. Quick pass. Got to get it out there a little fast, but that's fine. At least you got the ball out. That works in his favor. All right. 4 wide. Back to throw. Under pressure. Roll out. Sack, fumble. Sack, fumble. Again, these guys, these defensive ends are fast. By the time you get to the 3, by the time you do your plant foot, ball's got to be gone. Count it. 1, 2, 3. Get rid of the ball. Ah! If you feel the pressure, run. You got to anticipate that pressure. It's not what happened. So he took a sack. All right, hold on. All right, let me pause it. Snowman want to come up. He in the office. All right, there's the link. I'll wait for you. But this is okay. So this will be the start of the 4th. All right, so that was all right. So here's the start of the 4th. We'll wait for Snowman to come up. The thing about it is, as a quarterback, as a quarterback. Or better yet, as a player, period. What's going on?
How you doing, man? Good to talk to you.
All right, been a minute.
It has.
Where are we? Okay, there we go.
I thought I was like extremely busy. You got me beat.
He said, I wouldn't mind if the Ravens picked him up. Cooper Rush is trash. Shedeur is worse. But
you know what? Let me
go ahead.
Let's rewind back to April because you did the draft with us. You were on coverage with us when we did the draft. And there were all kinds of questions coming at me, at you, and everybody else saying, why isn't Shedeur Sanders the top 3 pick? There are a couple plays in this game that'll demonstrate why he was not a top 3 pick. And you mentioned something earlier that he did well at Jackson State. That he did.
Mm-hmm.
With the same level of athlete.
Lesser competition.
Exactly. And I hate saying, no, I don't hate saying that about HBCUs because they put themselves in that they put themselves in that pickle. But that's a discussion for another time. When he left Jackson State and went to Colorado, which meant Pac-12 first, then Big 12 second, yeah, you got to up your game. And in 3 words, and I know a lot of people are not going to like me for this, he never did.
Y'all can come up if y'all want to. This is just a sports talk. We're not even doing politics. We're just talking sports. So the link is there. Angry Black Man, AB. Y'all want to come up? Y'all come up. What's up? So, yeah, because when he went to Colorado, he played against talent that matched his ability. Let's just be honest.
Yep, he most certainly did. He played against talents that not only matched his ability, but he played against talents that class exceeded his ability.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It was AB. What's up, AB?
What's up, AB?
Hey, what's going on? Y'all talking about Shedeur?
Yeah, and the state of the Browns, to be honest. But Shedeur is, apparently under some type of conspiracy to hold a black man down.
Yeah, well.
You know what? Now you're going to make me pull my buttons up. I'm just glad the wife is asleep right now and she can't hear me.
I bought a soundboard. I bought a mixer.
Yeah, but the one sound I'm looking for is right about... now, what did you say about the conspiracy again?
That they was trying to hold a black man down.
Okay, I believe the proper response is this.
Now that's some
bullshit. I knew you was gonna play that. But so, all right, let's get back to this. Let's finish breaking down this film.
All right.
So this is the start of the 4th. All right. Now okay. I want you to tell me, watching Shedeur playing college football, what was his 2 biggest problems?
He held on to the ball too long and he got happy feet.
Mm-hmm. He ran out of that tackle box too much. So Here we go. This is the start of the 3rd. All right. 2nd and 12. Takes the snap. 1, 2, 3. What are you doing? What are you doing? Get rid of the football. Throw it away. Sack. Myles Garrett told him in practice, hey, man, all that spin move stuff in the NFL, bro, that's a sack. That don't work here.
It is.
We, as defensive ends, and keep in mind,
this is Myles Garrett talking to him.
Please back me up on this. As the sports guy in the manosphere.
Yes, sir.
The Rams defensive line, their 2nd and 3rd stringers, can some of them start for the Panthers?
Absolutely they can. The Panthers need more depth than anything else, and some of these Rams players could wind up there or some other team that's down bad in terms of depth. You said it earlier. What is one of the biggest qualities of a Super Bowl contending NFL team? It's the 5-letter word we like to call depth.
The Rams are chock full of depth. What about you, AB? You a football guy?
To a degree, yeah.
Yeah. These guys, they have depth. You saw that guy Huntington for the Browns in the fourth quarter. That guy looked like a starter.
Yeah, he does.
That guy, look, he was just eating through the Rams' offensive line.
He was eating that day.
And I will say this. I'm going to say this, and I want people to understand. If you are talented, even if you playing with fifth stringers, your talent will outshine your opponents.
That's what I'd like to think.
Your talent. If you go outside and throw the ball, play little touch football with some 12-year-olds, should you or should you not be the best player out there?
You should be the biggest and the best player on the block.
Mm-hmm.
No difference. Yeah, no difference. We'll take another look at this. Takes a snap. 1, 2, 3. Should have got rid of the football.
Should have been long gone.
Yep. Now this is where he made his mistake.
Before he even tried that spin move, that ball should have been either out of bounds. That ball should have been gone. Okay, let's just say that ball should have been gone. You either throw it into the 17th row out of bounds, but make sure you get it back to the line of scrimmage so you don't suffer a intentional grounding.
Yeah, intentional grounding. Yeah. Sorry.
Well, you're supposed to run forward.
Step up in the pocket.
Climb the pocket. Many of my announcing buddies use the same term. Climb the pocket. That way, if you do have a lane to escape, take off.
Exactly.
What's up,
ABM?
What's going on, fellas?
ABM,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Man. One of the best to do it today, or two of the best to do it today, Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. One of the best to do it back in the day. He's a Hall of Famer. Last name Young. Steve Young.
Well, if you look at this frame right here, you got the left tackle is already beat.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Or is that the guard? He's already beat.
Guard.
Just the tackle.
Okay, so the tackle is already beat. And then you see the up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
The lineman up, the D lineman up the middle won his matchup. So there's nowhere to step up. So what happened is that Sanders tried to play hero ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because so first of all, the Rams are killing the Browns offensive line. So he can't climb the pocket. He can't set his feet.
Mm-hmm.
And now he has to resort to hero ball. And it's like you said, that shit ain't going to work because he doesn't have the athleticism of a Lamar Jackson.
Nope.
See, the Ravens offensive line ain't really that good at when it comes to pass protection, but Lamar makes him look better because he can avoid sacks.
And that's Lamar's advantage. That's quarterbacks like his advantage.
See, Sanders is a classic pocket passer.
Mm-hmm.
You got to keep him clean. So this whole thing with him playing with the third strings, I mean, it was never going to be pretty.
Well, he was never slated to be in a quarterback competition this year. Him nor Dylan Gabriel they were not in a quarterback competition this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you signed Flacco and Kenny Pickett.
Mm-hmm.
Those are your first and second stringers.
Yeah.
This whole situation right here that's going on with Sanders and Gabriel, that's for next year.
Mm-hmm.
That competition starts next year at the end of the season, depending on if Sanders is even on the team, because Dylan Gabriel outshined him in both games.
Well, Snowman heard me say this. I never wanted Shedeur to go to Cleveland.
Me neither.
Because it's a terrible fucking organization.
They do not they do not draft quarterbacks well.
They don't draft anything well.
They don't draft anything well. It's What have I, ABM guys? What have I often said? What word have I used to describe the horrible situation in Cleveland? It's a word called culture, and the culture in Cleveland is not bred for competent football, let alone winning football, let alone playoff or championship football.
They haven't had a competent front office since Bernie Kosar.
Since they returned in 19.
Oh, you mean Ernie when Ernie Accorsi was the GM?
It's been a shit show ever since they got there, because they left and came to Baltimore. Ever since they got their replacement Browns, they've been shit.
They have.
Here's
And the last great quarterback for Cleveland has been Bernie Kosar. And yet Cleveland was stupid enough in 1993 to let him go mid-season to Dallas.
Well, look what they did with Baker Mayfield.
Touchdown pass.
Look what they did with Baker Mayfield. They ran him out of town for no reason at all.
And made him look like a scapegoat.
Do not get me started on the Baker situation. Because in all honesty, Baker Mayfield ran himself out of Cleveland. Because he was playing on his 4th year contract with the option to be what do they call it? 5th year option.
5th year option. Mm-hmm.
Right. So he was on his 4th year. We just coming off a playoff season.
Mm-hmm.
He got hurt in week 2, tore up his left shoulder. In all honesty, after he tried to play that next game and he looked terrible, they should have went ahead and put him on IR. Like, dude, you can't do this. We'll go ahead. We'll pick up your 5th year option, which they did. 15 mil. We'll pick up your 5th year option, go on injured reserve, come back next year. That's all he had to do. And I guarantee you right now, Baker Mayfield would still be in Cleveland had he did that. But that's not what he wanted to do. He wanted to play out the stream. And when they got eliminated from the playoffs against the Steelers, he quit on the team. So that's when ownership said, screw this. I'm done with this kid. Get him out of here, because he was a cancer in the locker room. What Baker went through with going to Carolina, the Rams, who else?
And now Tampa.
Yeah, Tampa Bay. That Tampa Bay was his 14. That humbled him. He realized that, dude, you're not bigger than the game. So now Baker Mayfield is the Baker Mayfield that we had when Kevin Stefanski was the first year head coach, when the Browns were blowing teams out at halftime and just letting Myles Garrett wreak havoc in the second half. People forget that COVID year. Remember when we beat the Steelers?
48.
I don't forget, because I watched Baker Mayfield twice a year. I look at it a little differently. What I saw was a football player who wanted to put it all out there for the team. And he said, yeah, I'm going to play hurt. It made me think about that Donovan McNabb interview when he said, hey, you're hurt or you're injured. And he said, right now I'm hurt. And Baker went out there hurt.
Now he was injured.
And but he wanted to play. Okay, I'm going to go out here. I'm a little banged up, but hey, fuck that. I'm going to get it done. I'm the leader of the team, yada, yada, which is what everybody in the media tells you should be as a quarterback.
Yep.
Right.
So now he's hurt, he's banged up, and he's not as accurate with the football because, like you said, his shoulders tore up. And everybody just turned on him.
His shoulder.
So when they got rid of him, and he had to go with the Rams and sit behind Stafford and did all that, it gave him a chance to heal up. He got healthy. And now he's in Tampa Bay and he looks like the old Baker Mayfield. So again, it's Cleveland. Cleveland is a sorry ass organization who don't know what they're doing. They never have. It was no point for Cleveland to even draft Sanders at this point. If you wasn't going to do it second, third round,
don't draft him at all.
What's the point? Knowing you have all the listen, there's no guarantee Cleveland is going to have 3 quarterbacks when the 53 come out.
Well, they're sitting there. 4. They're sitting at 4 right now.
Yeah, they're sitting at 4. There's no guarantee come opening day they're going to have 3, let alone 4.
Why not?
Because most teams don't. Most teams do not carry 3 quarterbacks on the roster.
True.
Well, the Browns are definitely going to carry 3. They're definitely going to carry 3.
One team that'll carry 4.
Yeah,
Cleveland may be the one team that will carry 4.
And I said this going into the draft. I don't want Cleveland to draft him. I don't want neither New York team to draft him. And I don't want the Raiders to draft him because all of those organizations fucking stink.
Are shitty organizations.
Look what New York did with Saquon Barkley. How fucking stupid.
Yeah, I'm surprised the GM actually.
You never gave him a quarterback, and I said that when they drafted him, I said all they're going to do is just run that kid into the fucking ground.
Yep.
And then you didn't even have the common sense to trade him.
They
you let him hit free agency, and now he's playing in your fucking division,
putting up record-setting numbers. Winning Super Bowls.
By the way, New York Giants, he brought something to Philadelphia that you wanted him to bring to New York. We call it a Super Bowl title.
Say that again.
I'll happily say it again. Oh, by the way, New York Giants, you fucked up when you let Barkley walk in free agency. You got nothing for him, and now he did something for Philadelphia that you wanted him to do in New York, and that's a Super Bowl championship.
I mean, that's this. A lot of these, a lot of these organizations are just bad. They just don't know what they're doing.
And as a side note to that, he was the second leading rusher in that Super Bowl game against Kansas City. Just as a side note. See, most of the teams want to throw the ball 50 times a game. Very few teams in the NFL now are old school, and that is to come off the bus running. Philadelphia is one of those teams.
I'm glad you brought that up. As y'all sitting up here I'm letting y'all excoriate my Cleveland Browns because most of what y'all said is true. Now, Snowman, you was here. We was here. We did the draft.
Yes, we did.
First thing we did that pissed me off, had me where I had to mute. What did we draft?
You drafted defensive tackle.
And then in the second round, we took a linebacker that I'd never heard of before in Schlesinger. But word out of camp is now that we're in NFL training camp, these dudes are looking like, I wouldn't say Michael Dean Perry, but definitely Myles Garrett is eating off of Mason Graham's double team, as is Schlesinger. Schlesinger is like, this guy frees up so much stuff, and then you watch his tape, his preseason tape, his training camp tape. Schlesinger is making plays. Then they drafted somebody I never thought that they would have a shot at. Judkins.
Yep.
I would swore up and down Judkins would have been gone.
Winshad Judkins.
And the Browns got their hands on him.
National champion. Now the question is, will the Browns use him?
Well, you got to sign him first.
Yeah, exactly. There's one
situation.
There's one position, key position, where on the offense where the Browns are lacking depth big time, and it's the running back.
I think they'll sign him before the season starts within the next 2 weeks. I think what it was, even though he probably won't play the first 4 games, because the NFL will suspend you even if a chick just sneezes at you wrong.
True.
Right. That's an automatic 4-game suspension.
That's automatic 4-game suspension.
Right. So he gonna get
even
that.
When you come out innocent, and I can't think of the word right now. It's 2 a.m. Even when you come out of the situation unscathed and they find you innocent,
that the girl lied, but here's your full game.
the Roger Goodell still wants to be a bitch and hand him a 4-game suspension.
So you got Judkins. You turn around, you got Fanning Jr., who is an average blocker but a pass catching tight end. And then you turned around there and got Dylan Sampson out of Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
That's your Chubb and Hunt situation right there, 2.0. 2 young, fresh running backs. All right.
You know a tight end they should have drafted who was sitting right there and they didn't grab him?
Yo.
Tyler Warren.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, with this draft, when it came to defensive linemen, linebackers, tight ends, you could have got anybody.
Yeah, it was deep.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, it was a very deep draft.
It was deep. It was deep on the defensive side of the ball, period.
Oh, hell yeah.
It was deep on the defensive side of the ball.
So you got, the way I look at it, you drafted and you want to run the football. You even got Taylor Gabriel in the 3rd round. And that guy is very accurate. He throws a very strong, confident ball. But do understand, I didn't want him. I didn't even know I didn't know he was on the radar. The quarterback that I wanted, the Giants came up and got his ass. And that was Jackson Dart.
Yep.
Remember how I used to talk about Jackson Dart?
Look, you and I, they talked about Jackson Dart for 2 weeks leading up to the draft. Jackson Dart should have been your draft choice to lead this team.
I thought for sure we was going to get him at the top of the 2nd, but the Giants pulled a sneaky link.
Giants snuck in and said, thank you very much.
Yeah, the Giants traded up to get him late in the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking Howard, who wound up going to Pittsburgh, and then Sanders. As far as what I was thinking might have been an early round pick. Now, I didn't think that Sanders would fall that far. But even I said, if Sanders falls to the Browns, something's wrong. Something's wrong. And nothing wrong with the Browns, but something's wrong with him. And the truth of the matter is, I mean, was there collusion? Yeah. But the problem was that it was his own fault. Everything that were reported that happened coming out of New York, that happened.
True.
That happened.
That's straight up true.
Bruh, you are not.
He played himself so badly leading up to this draft, thinking he was all of that. I even saw a clip just a few moments ago before I came up where they asked him, do you feel like you can be a member of this team? You know what his first word was?
Spit it.
Obviously,
huh?
If I can download that clip and play it tomorrow during Snowman in the Morning, I will play it.
Let's go back to it.
And I will laugh out loud at it.
Let's go back to this tape. See this down here at the bottom? This is your hot route.
Wide open.
That's his read right there.
Yep. That's his hot route. Just watch it. Here's his hot route. Here's the line. It's your hot route. Hot route. It's your hot. Throw the ball away. Throw the ball away.
Now, to be fair, just to play devil's advocate here,
go ahead.
He did miss some practice time.
What does that mean? So you
forgot how? Well, think about it. Think about it. When you are a 5th round draft pick, and you're 4th on the depth chart at quarterback, and it's preseason, you need all the reps you can get.
And the only reason you're getting reps,
that's a classic rookie mistake right there. You're missing them because, again, you're so used to pushing the ball down the field. A lot of young quarterbacks don't put stock into that hot read in the flat like that.
Right.
You know
which was the correct read.
Yeah.
And that's just inexperience, and that's something that could be coached up.
Yeah.
But when you miss reps in preseason,
you're not getting coached up to have that ability.
Exactly.
You know what you do as a 5th round pick? And the one knock on him that they were saying that was coming out of training camp,
work ethic.
as far as him, it wasn't necessarily his work ethic on the field. It was him learning the playbook. Learn the playbook. Because as a quarterback, the toughest thing you're going to learn is adjustments, and the playbook is the number one thing that you have to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I said I didn't want him going to those teams, because he was going to get thrust into at least competing for the starting role. He needs to be somebody sitting behind a veteran.
Well, that's what this is for him. This is what it is for him and Dylan Gabriel this year.
Oh no! See, that's what I'm saying. I don't buy this. I don't think he's going to make the team. I think they're going to cut him.
You know,
and I think it was always going to be that. I don't think he was never, because if they didn't draft him after round 3, they didn't want him.
He's playing for his life right now.
So it was no. I don't think Cleveland ever wanted him. Period.
Well, everybody said that looked like an owner's pick. Because when he was drafted, it wasn't until they put the cameras on Stefanski and Barry, your GM, they just, they was giving him that lackadaisical golf clap.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what's going to happen with Shedeur? He's going to be like Tyrod Taylor.
Pretty much. I really don't see him being a solid starter in the NFL. I had to be honest.
I thought Tyrod Taylor could play it. He just never got a chance.
Yeah. Tyrod Taylor
what's his name? What's the kid out of West Virginia?
Which one?
Just now getting his chance.
Where is he?
He was with Seattle last year, and now he's playing for the Raiders.
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith. Yeah, look at Geno Smith.
Oh, yeah, okay. Geno Smith, I don't think it was a matter with him as far as like his ability. I think it was more so his ego.
I think people already just had it in their mind that they didn't want Geno Smith being their starting quarterback and never really gave him a fair shake. And then after years and years and years, they finally fucking let him get a shot.
Well, I mean, when you get beat up by your teammates in the locker room because you owe them money, you don't really want that as a quarterback.
But see, that's what I'm saying, babe. Like, you notice, like, it's always these weird stories. Where was these weird stories about Johnny Manziel when he got drafted top 10?
Oh, they were coming out.
Johnny Manziel, but nobody was mad about it. You had the stories, but nobody was mad about it.
I was.
And come on, dude. I mean, listen, okay, I get it. I'm not an NFL scout, but bro, I watched enough Johnny Manziel on Saturdays. He was nobody's first round pick.
No, he was not.
No, he was not. As a matter of fact,
we were pissed when they traded up to get him.
Going back, and matter of fact, going back to that, the Browns used up $100,000 on a study to see who they should draft. You know what the answer was?
Spit.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridgewater from Louisville.
Teddy Bridgewater, just like Tyrod Taylor, they're steady quarterbacks. They're not going to turn the ball over, but they're not going to lead you on a game-winning touchdown drive either. They're not going to throw for 425 yards and 3 touchdowns, run for 68. They're not those type of quarterbacks, but they will get you 245 yards, maybe a touchdown and an interception, and your defense will just dominate because your field goal kicker has kicked 4 field goals. You know what I'm saying? 4 field goals, 2 rushing touchdowns, maybe a passing touchdown at the start of the drive, and then you just manage the game. They're game managers.
I think Shedeur looks a lot like what's my man name in Carolina? Is it Bryce Young?
Bryce Young.
Oh no!
I think he looks a lot like him. Honestly, take that how you want to take it.
Don't insult Bryce Young.
Listen. All I'm saying is again, what is Bryce Young playing with?
Yeah. That's why I when Shedeur had his first preseason game and everybody was giving him all sorts of sloppy toppy, I'm like, dude, like you do understand the Panthers are garbage.
Yeah.
The only reason why they're not picking in the top 5 is because they traded away their picks.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not going to crucify Sanders on 2 preseason games. I'm not going to suck him off after 2 preseason games.
I'm going to crucify.
But it's just not enough on film to justify keeping him. That's what I'm saying.
Wrong answer.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
They're right. There's not enough to keep him. And I'll tell you the one game that wrecked him for life. And it's not even a pro game. Go back 2 years to the day he faced Oregon and got crucified in that game.
Oh, you mean his last game?
He's talking not even last season, the season before last.
2 years ago.
At Colorado.
2 games at Colorado.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Oregon. Oh, my God.
2 years at Colorado. 2 games, I beg your pardon. 2 games at Colorado wrecked Shedeur Sanders. 2 years ago, Oregon, and last year, BYU.
I mean, again.
Hold on. We getting
I
off
mean,
track.
dog. I mean, you talking about Oregon
And BYU.
I'm thinking term.
Not even the BYU game.
Before we get back to film, all I say is think in terms of the hype factor. That's all I'll say.
Let's get back to the after he took the sack, they wound up punting. This is a new possession. Now he's in the 5 wide. All right, snap. 1, 2, 3. Get rid of the ball. Get rid of the ball. And now you're sacked. That was not a fumble, but
no, it was not.
Was anybody open?
Yeah. We're gonna go through the tape. 1, 2, 3.
Right there.
You had this guy right here open on the crossing route.
Matter of fact, you had 2 receivers over, one up the middle and one to his right.
You're done. But the beauty of it was, because I was watching this game, I said, well, at least he didn't try to run outside the tackle box, because he never tried to run outside the tackle box after that. He wound up stepping into, and you saw what they did. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
You see them throwing the arms up?
Yep.
Since he likes to throw his wrist up all the time, you see them doing that?
Mm-hmm.
So here's the following. Okay, here's another play. 2nd and 10. I think this was that same drive. No, because he got sacked. So this is a different drive. Okay, there you go. Get rid of the ball. Quick. Thank you.
Notice how short everything is, though. I mean, he can't even fucking look 10 yards down the field.
3. That's what they want you to do, though. That's what the coaches want you to do.
Okay,
they want you to at least get rid of the ball. You read the defense. If you don't have time, you read the defense, hit your hot route. If you're hitting your hot route, they respect that. Okay, cool. Because you're reading the defense. You're feeling the pocket. This is what gets Brock Purdy on the 53 and then wind up starting and playing in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And who was the guy that they traded after getting all them picks for him?
Trey Lance.
Yeah. And this is what gets Trey Lance run out of town. If you can't read that hot route, at least read the hot route. If you can't get it downfield, hit the hot route until you get comfortable and you're able to settle into the game.
Jesus Christ. Hold on, wait a minute.
What?
Yo, I forgot all about Trey Lance. I mean, do you see what I'm talking about? How all I'm saying is that it never ceases to amaze me who who can stay in the NFL and who gets discarded.
Mhm.
How long was what's my man name used to play for the Dolphins? Ryan Tannehill.
Oh God.
How
Ryan.
long
was
did that
serviceable.
motherfucker get allowed to have a job?
Ryan Tannehill look. Ryan Tannehill was the perfect game manager. You could win games with Ryan Tannehill. Just don't be down by 14 points in the fourth quarter.
Who won games with Ryan Tannehill other than Derrick Henry?
That's it.
That's
Derrick Henry
outside of
won
Miami.
games with Ryan Tannehill. The Miami Dolphins never won shit with Ryan Tannehill.
No, he was injured too much in Miami.
There was one game that defines Ryan Tannehill stay in Miami, and that was the walk-off against New England, where they had to get extremely lucky.
I remember that.
With three hook and ladder plays, and it was Kenyon Drake that actually wound up winning the game.
I remember.
You want the legacy of Ryan Tannehill in Miami? There's your legacy. If you want to
There's a
call it.
legacy, yeah. Yeah, Ryan Tannehill is you need to get a lead with Ryan Tannehill. He's just like every other game manager quarterback.
All I'm saying is that Ryan Tannehill got over a decade in the league, and then people like Bryce Young gets 15 minutes.
Well, I mean,
and
Bryce
you don't even
Young
you don't even give the kid a fucking chance. Look what they're doing with what's his name?
Bryce Young is looking damn good now. The second
what's
half
the kid?
of last year,
What's the kid that got drafted by the Bears, and then they shipped him off to Pittsburgh? Now he playing for New York.
Justin.
Oh
Fields.
no, he sucked.
Justin
I will-
Fields.
Justin Fields.
I will 100%.
I
I
will.
will 100%, Snowman. I 100% owe you an apology about Justin Fields. That boy is trash.
I warned you 3 years
Again, they don't give him a fucking chance. Listen, the ability is there.
No, it is
He's on
not.
his third team as a starter.
His ability.
He's on his third team as a starter.
Okay, I'll give you that, but let's be real
with you. He had his ability at Ohio State when the Bears drafted him.
A terrible Bears team.
Some of the ability was there. Some. He had his shot. They gave him the keys. Okay,
for a season,
and he fucked it up. Not to mention the fact.
No, they gave him 3 years. I will admit that it felt like that the Bears didn't give him talent, but come to find out that Darnell Mooney is a damn good wide receiver. Just ask the Falcons.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think the problem that came out because they finally cleared the air with what was going on with him was that this dude refused to learn the playbook.
Yep.
He refused to run the offense the way because I mean the NFL is not college.
Look, he tried to outrun everybody and he tried to outrun everybody. He tried to play hero ball for 3 years.
Yeah.
I'll point to a game where he started and looked good for a while. 3 years ago against San Francisco, he led the Bears to a halftime lead. And I'm pointing this game out for a reason. Look at the way he played in the first half versus the way he played in the second half when the defense made something he has never made on a consistent basis.
An adjustment.
That's the word I'm looking for. You know me very well, sir.
When the Steelers, who are quarterback desperate, do not retain you.
For God's sakes, they signed Aaron freaking Rodgers.
I know.
And I'm so glad wait a minute. I'm so glad you brought up the Steelers because that's the point I was trying to get at.
Okay.
What was the Steelers' record when they benched him for Wilson?
4-2.
They were 4-1. Was they 4-2? Okay.
4-2 because they just lost to Indianapolis.
Now
you're telling me that Russell Wilson at this stage of his career was that much better?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Come on,
because
really?
Wait. I'm gonna tell you why. When you look at the game film, there were so many reads that Justin Fields didn't make that Russell Wilson did.
There were many
whether
more.
whether the receiver caught the ball or not. And do understand that the Steelers' offense is garbage. They only had Pickens and their running backs, and they got rid of who was their starting running back? Number 22.
Najee Harris.
Najee Harris. They let him go. They didn't even trade him. They was like, you ain't getting a contract because Najee Harris sucked that bad. And you saw what happened when they traded for the kid out of Seattle. What did they do with Pickens? They traded him to the Cowboys.
They traded George Pickens to the Cowboys.
Right. They like, get the hell up out of here.
And now the Steelers have an inaccurate route runner, which they are going to crown their number one receiver in DK Metcalf.
With Aaron, nothing's never my fault. Rodgers.
With Aaron back asswards Rodgers. Aaron back asswards Rodgers.
Watch they finish. I'll be surprised if the Steelers won 10 games because they have no offense.
Steelers will win 4 games this year. And
I would give the defense at least 6 to 7 wins by themselves.
Please. Mike Tomlin will be shown. You know what? I have a prediction. Is it going to go wrong? More than likely. That's why I'm smiling when I say this. Mike Tomlin will be shown the door when they tie the Chicago Bears.
No, the Steelers don't fire coaches. If anything, they make you retire. I mean, look at old dude. Who? Bill Cowher. Bill Cowher took a retirement package and never came back. Never came back.
Bill Cowher,
and he was in his prime as a coach.
Bill Cowher helped the Steelers become the first team to win 6 Super Bowls.
Right.
Actually, that's incorrect. That's incorrect because that 6th Super Bowl win actually belongs to Mike Tomlin.
The 5th one actually belongs to the Lions.
Belongs to Cowher.
No, the Seahawks. The Seahawks should have had that 5th Super Bowl
because the Seahawks got screwed in Super Bowl 40.
All right, we're getting off topic here.
Yes, off topic. But you're talking about Sanders and his abilities. Rewind this play, if you would, please.
This is that.
I want to show people that I actually do watch film, and there are many people, black people in particular, that don't believe me. Why are you throwing this so short?
It's the hot route. If you look at it again,
okay, that is the hot route.
Again, watch. It's the hot route because the pass rush.
And plus, you're playing 6 yards behind the sticks. So you got the hot route right there, and even he was doubled.
That 3-step drop.
That is correct. That is
right.
Correct.
3-step drop. Get rid of the ball. Hot route. He hit the hot route. I didn't have a problem with this. I thought this was a win for him, for a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But this was more failure. 1, 2, 3. Step up the cup. Boom, boom. All right. So you got away. Boom, boom. You got away. Hit the running back. Oh, he dropped it. Now, with the starters, that's a sack, but that was a damn good play for him because he showed that he could fight off the rush. He fought off the rush, boom. This is what made him so good in college, or at least gave him his notoriety. His escapability. But the problem in the NFL is that these guys are fast.
Mm-hmm. Faster.
These guys are fast. Yeah, they're faster than him for sure. But that should have been a catch. I give him a win on that one because at least he got rid of the football. But the problem was that
he got everybody surrounding you.
He kept holding on to the ball too much. After that, he was done.
Mm-hmm.
After that play, he was done. Because now you really don't want to get him hurt. Let's just be honest. Y'all saw him take several hits. He was sacked 5 times. You don't want to get the kid hurt. Take him out. Put in Tyler Huntley, who was really just signed because you had Pickett and Gabriel. They were like injured. They were out for the week.
Why does Kenny Pickett have a job in the NFL?
Because Kenny Pickett is a reliable backup.
Because Kenny Pickett is a champion.
A champion of what?
That's right. He did win the Super Bowl with the Eagles.
Kenny Pickett, you know why Kenny Pickett has the job? Because Kenny Pickett is a Super Bowl champion.
Dude, this is what I got to keep coming back to this type of shit. I watched Kenny Pickett twice a year in the AFC North. He's trash. That's your number 2.
He was a number 2 for Philadelphia. And
he's fucking trash, dude.
Yeah, he is.
But he still has a job.
Yeah, he is. But, you know, the Browns, based on their draft. Oh, and they also picked up Isaiah Bond. That's what I wanted to get into.
Out of Texas.
They picked up Isaiah Bond. I had no idea who this kid was until I watched this tape. That boy can play.
That boy can fly.
Just like him, just like Judkins, he got caught up in some bull crap.
That boy can forget play. That boy can fly. He can absolutely fly.
This kid reminds me of John Taylor.
About time somebody else besides me showing love to John Taylor.
Yeah, I love John Taylor. He was the perfect running mate with Jerry Wright.
Yep.
And the reason why I say that,
hot receiver, possession receiver, and he can also go over the middle.
Exactly. To me, he's tough. He can't look at that. That's a confidence catch. You can get him on end arounds. He's got great vision. Watch this.
Very versatile.
Yeah.
Very versatile. Look at the way he reads
his
block.
He's fast.
And he's gone.
He got caught up. The reason he was supposed to have been a top first to third round pick.
He's supposed to have been a top 3 pick. Yes.
He messed around with some girl. Tough catch. You see that tough catch? He messed around with some girl who said that he essayed her. The charges were later dropped because, there was no evidence to sustain it.
Of course. The bitch lied.
Right. So he wound up not getting drafted. The Browns picked him up as an undrafted free agent. And look at this. This kid's got a lot of talent. He's not scared to go over the middle. He's got great vision.
And you had the perfect compliment to him. Number 82, John Taylor out of Delaware State.
I'll tell you who he reminds me of that played for Texas. Devin Duvernay.
Devin Duvernay?
He's just faster. Just on these clips right here, he shows me that he's a little faster than Duvernay, but he looks like the same type of wide receiver. Because I said the entire time when Duvernay played for the Ravens, he's like a poor man's Debo. Just get him the ball, he can make shit happen.
That's the same. The same was true for John Taylor, because as I've talked about a lot, when John Taylor came into the league in 1986, he wasn't a receiver to start out. He was a punt returner.
Yeah, he was a punt returner. Yeah,
he had to develop.
He had to.
Dwight Clark. Dwight Clark was ahead of him.
Yeah, Dwight Clark was still on the roster.
It was Clark and Rice and Wilson.
Mike Wilson. I'll do a tribute to him probably later this week. But Taylor had to develop as a receiver. Of course, when you're playing with the godfather of the West Coast offense and Bill Walsh, you're gonna get a chance to develop.
I'm just looking at these clips. This kid got hands. He's strong,
and the way he comes back to meet the ball.
What else do you see, AB? I'm sorry, ABM. What else do you see?
I see a dude. You can get him the ball several ways. Punt return. jet sweeps, bubble screens.
And
It's just one of those type of dudes. Just get him the ball, put the ball in his hands, and he'll make shit happen.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be route running, even though he's a good route runner. Look, tough catch.
He's an
That
excellent route runner, and he can take a hit. He's an excellent route runner. He can take a hit.
He played for Alabama for a minute with Milroe.
Yep.
Before he transferred to Texas. And you know, Milroe is accurate.
I was hurt when the Ravens let go Duvernay. I really like Duvernay.
Why they let
Look at this tough catch?
They had to pass interfere him. You see him? The guy grabbed his jersey from the back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I saw that.
Look at that.
Mm-mm.
Why?
Look, my biggest problem with him going, okay, the Browns receiving core, outside of Jerry Jeudy, I thought they were trash.
Mm-hmm.
You had Jerry Jeudy and a bunch of, possibly third and fourth string receivers, maybe a slot. But then when they picked him up, I said, yep, there's your number two. There's your number two that has the heart and the playing ability of a number one. If they take Jerry Jeudy, if defenses try to take Jerry Jeudy away, he gonna eat them alive. Gonna eat them alive.
Jerry Jeudy still got to prove something to me.
To be honest, he was the Browns' leading receiver. I mean, he had a career year with the Browns, but it's like, dude, there was nobody else for them to throw the ball to but you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying, I don't think if you're playing the Browns, you're not scared of Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, because he had a career game against the Broncos and still lost that game
by 8.
Thank you. What's that idiot's name? Jameis Winston. Thank you, Jameis Winston.
Jameis. Oh dear God.
4 touchdown passes. No, he threw 6 touchdown passes. 4 to the Browns and 2 to the Broncos.
And that's Jameis Winston for you.
And because the 2 he threw to the Broncos turned out to be pick sixes, and both of them were in the fourth quarter. Yeah.
Cost the Browns the game. Jerry Jeudy was eating them alive like he was. He was looking like Bond. He was looking like Bond. Any rate, yeah, so they picked him up. I'm glad they got him in free agency. The Browns secondary, we lost Martin Emerson Jr. to a knee injury for the year. But to me, that's kind of a plus because he can't tackle worth a damn. I have literally watched Martin Emerson give up touchdowns because he can't tackle.
Mm-hmm.
He was in a position to bring a guy down and whiff from the tackles. Plus, he's not even he is more of a bat the ball down type of guy. He's not an interception corner. He's a slap the ball down corner.
He's a ball defender, not a ball hawk.
Yeah, he really, in all honesty, should be like a slot corner.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. I mean, I like what our corner depth look like because the Browns love to have at least 9 cornerbacks in camp, and sometimes they keep 9 on the roster.
Mm-hmm.
But I think
that's on the practice squad.
Yeah, I think our biggest weakness, though, as far as like on defense, it's going to be left end because they never can get that compliment for Myles Garrett.
What do you always say, Bay? And the game we did together, lack of a what? Pass rush.
Well, you got one with Garrett. You finally got somebody that'll at least take 2 defenders.
Mm-hmm.
With Mason Graham, I did see that. Michael Hall Jr., he won't be hurt. He'll be coming in fresh, as will that new guy Thompson or whatever. That guy's looking good. They're actually looking at cutting Briggs because of him.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say our biggest weaknesses are on defense. That being the left end and the safety position. They're gonna start that kid from Ohio State at safety. But he got ate alive against the Texans in that playoff game a couple years ago.
Yeah, he did.
But we'll see. As far as offense goes, if anything, the Browns, they definitely going to have to take care of their left guard and their right tackle positions come next year.
Mm-hmm.
Those are their two biggest weaknesses heading into the season this year. Quarterback, they're going to be all right. You're going to get steady average play. Run the football, play action pass, let Myles Garrett and company do what they do. I think the Browns might pull out 10 wins, and this is me just trying to be optimistic.
Because
the
Browns have a tendency to win games they're not supposed to win.
That's ABM.
This iteration of the Browns have
SAVM
to win games they're not supposed to win. And they also have a tendency on the opposite side of the coin to lose games they're not supposed to lose.
We'll see what happens this year.
It's gonna be a dogfight in the AFC North for second place.
Yep, because the Baltimore Ravens are walking away.
I think the Steelers are gonna be not the Steelers, the Bengals. I think they're gonna be at the bottom of the bottom of the league.
Nope.
Would be because they'd have no offense. They have no offensive line and no defense.
Steelers and Bengals will tie for the fewest wins in the division, and they will also tie each other.
I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be a shit show in Pittsburgh.
You're a little late, ABM. It's already a shit show in Pittsburgh. The fact that they signed him.
Because I don't think him and Tomlin's personality are going to get along.
Nope.
Well, he's already saying he doesn't even want to do this anymore. So it's like,
and why the fuck?
Okay, is he really going to have his heart in it this year?
Then why did he sign the contract if he didn't want to do it anymore?
Because he just wanted a few more paychecks. You know, Aaron Rodgers, he's an arrogant fuck, and DJ Metcalf, as soon as he don't get the fucking ball, is going.
Which he's not. He's
gonna be pouting, crying like a little girl.
And then they got what's the quarterback's name? Jalen Ramsey, that overrated fuck.
Yeah,
Jalen Ramsey,
so overrated.
Oh yeah, the corner. Yeah. He swear to God, he's like Deion-esque. But
yeah, he think he's one of them, and he's not. He's never been.
He's never been that. He's gotten a few lucky plays throughout his career. And
I remember the draft, and I remember a lot of Ravens fans were saying they wanted Jalen Ramsey. I was like, no, absolutely fucking not. And I was so happy we didn't draft him.
Is he gay or effeminate?
I don't think he's gay. I think he's just effeminate.
Okay.
That's just my opinion. I don't have any facts.
Yeah, he's very
you can complete that. You can complete that sentence any way you want. Well, I'm gonna go to bed, gents.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. The cut day is tomorrow because it's already Monday.
It is.
Yeah, cut day is tomorrow.
Bonus note. Dear Shiloh, Dear Shiloh Sanders, you were close to getting the bag, and you fucked it up and fumbled it. Any questions?
Oh, Shiloh?
Yes.
Yeah. He's already in. I didn't know this, but apparently he owes $11 million to a security guard back when he was in college. He beat up a security guard. Security guard sued, won a judgment of $11 million. Shiloh tried to file bankruptcy, and they was like, "Nah, bro, your daddy made too much money." He was 15 at the time. Yeah, he was 15 at the time. He didn't make that much money in NIL because he's not, that type of player.
So he's not smart about it either.
Right. So him throwing a punch in the NFL, that was like According to what they were saying concerning Todd Bowles don't play that shit. No, especially if you're a bubble player. So, I mean, he cut him. Maybe somebody will pick him up, put him on the practice squad. Who knows?
You stupid idiot! You filthy worm! And I'm off.
You doing Ren from Ren and Stimpy?
Yes, I am. That's my message to Shiloh Sanders. You stupid idiot! If I find the clip, I'm playing it tomorrow.
Look at this. He rigged it. I mean, these people are ridiculous.
Whoa. Back up. Is that who I think it is?
Well, Colin Cowherd?
Colin Cowherd?
But it's not his video. This is somebody named Field Ticks. These people, they make these videos because they're Shiloh Sanders. I mean, they're Shedeur Sanders fans, but they're not actual football fans.
Oh.
So you know what I'm saying? Look at this. Shedeur Sanders and Isaiah Bond are going to be special. They're not. Isaiah Bond is going to be starting, okay?
So you're basically saying these fans of Shedeur Sanders are like bronzexuals in a way.
In a way, yeah. In a way.
No. You just gave
because
if
you break down the film, you see he had some good plays, he had some bad plays, but his bad habits of holding on to the ball too long and trying to outrun defensive tackles, it's got him where he's at.
It's gonna cost him. Let me say this: it'll cost him even more. It will cost him even more.
Yeah, and I'll say this because, like I said, I like this game in Colorado and at Jackson State, but the NFL is a different animal. Nobody in the NFL said that this kid was a first round pick. Not one person. Not a scout. Not a GM. Not a head coach. Not even an owner. His father and the media said that he was a first round pick because it was a quarterback strap draft.
Mm-hmm. And they were trying to prop somebody up that supposedly is a first round pick and was not.
The only one that was bona fide was Cam Ward, and even he wasn't necessarily a bona fide number one.
Well, they needed somebody to be number one.
Right. So it wound up being him.
They needed somebody to be number one, and he made some bonehead decisions in his play at Miami.
When he came out of that game after setting that record and sat his ass down on the bench, I said, oh, hell no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell no. I know you're a kid, but oh, hell no. You're not running. If I'm running the franchise, I'm not getting you.
Nope. Not. I learned 3 new words. Not worth it.
And it has nothing to do with color or ability. It's mentality. Sanders,
people hate me when I say that it's got nothing to do with race or ability, but it's your mentality. It's your culture. Why do people hate me?
It's the NFL is 86% black.
Mm-hmm. Let me try this question again. Why do most black people hate me when I use logic? When I actually break down the tape for them?
You have to ask them. But getting back to this.
Okay,
I think he can be a decent quarterback, but it's going to take some time. As far as him being like on a high passing game team, like Kansas City or Miami or something like that, I don't think that's going to work out for him. The beauty of it, though, is that the Browns did hire a quarterback coach in the off season long before the draft. Okay, they changed up their whole offensive personnel. They are a power run team first. Run the ball, play action pass. Those are the 2 years that Kevin Stefanski won Coach of the Year, and also the 2 years that the Browns went to the playoffs.
Yeah,
they retooled their whole offense to mimic those 2 years. Mm-hmm. Sanders, whether he's there or not, come next year, the offense is predicated towards him and Dylan Gabriel's strengths. We're not asking you to throw the ball 40 times a game. We're barely asking you. Actually, we think 20 times is too much.
You beat me to that number.
Right. 20 times is too much. We're not looking to get 350 yards and 5 touchdowns out of you. 240, maybe a touchdown or two. Let Judkins and Sampson do their thing.
And don't turn the ball over, will you?
Don't turn the ball over. That's how you develop a rookie quarterback. Power running game, throw when you need to. Huh?
You tell them turn and hand the ball off to your running backs.
Right.
Run the football, gain some yards, and then you develop your play action.
If Shedeur can take that goddamn chain off his neck in the games and get his head in the playbook, work on his fundamentals, most especially his footwork and his timing.
I'm sorry, did you say an F word?
Footwork?
That's the word.
Yeah, because his footwork is terrible. That was the other thing that I didn't point out. His 3-step drops is terrible. His feet are too far apart. That's why he gets the happy feet.
His 3 steps turn into 5 steps before you blink.
He's got to work on his footwork. He's got to get rid within 3 seconds from the time the ball is snapped, because the defense is going to lie to you. You got to be able to read your defense. This isn't a college defense.
No, this is a
pro defense.
This is a pro defense that can run.
They go from man to cover 3 by the time your plant foot is down. Mm-hmm. You got to be able to read that before that plant foot hits and know where you're going with the football. That's what makes these quarterbacks, the good ones, top 15 up. This is what makes them good. Who's the quarterback of the Lions?
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff does that very well, and he's not spectacular. He's a game manager, but he can read the defense. Mm-hmm. Ben Johnson tailor made it, trick the defense. Look, they showing man, but really they finna jump to a cover 2. Bring this man in motion, up, back, left, right, sitting back, just to see where the defense stands. What is the corner or the safety or the linebacker doing? It makes the read. You take that snap, boom, you already know where you're going with the fucking ball.
Pre-snap reads.
Thank you.
Pre-snap reads.
Why do you think Ben Johnson is ready to beat the shit out of Caleb Williams?
Because Caleb Williams sucks.
He's not reading. It's the problem that you get with young quarterbacks. And it's also the problem that you have with the guy in Justin Fields. Dude, you got to read the defense pre-snap and before that your back foot makes the plant, and you got to let that ball rip. Instead, what they're doing is, and Trey Lance had this problem. Mm-hmm. By the time they're not reading the defense, by the time they say hut and then stop and ready to throw, they wait until they plant foot. Then they're looking for the open receiver.
Mm-hmm. And by that time, you have people in your face.
Right. It's too late. The defensive end is slapping your shoulder pads.
Can I get my apology again for Justin Fields? Let me see.
Yes, I'm sorry. I thought that he was a worthy quarterback until I realized that, the thing coming out of Chicago was that this dude was like in the quarterback room, not taking any advice from anybody, wasn't learning the playbook, gave no shit about film study. That's why they had no problems getting rid of his ass. And an even bigger headache in Caleb Williams.
Yeah, look.
This dude literally sat up there on TV during the season and said, I can't read the blitz.
I can't read the blitz. You are going to...
What? What are you doing?
Wait a minute. You know what, Bay? I'm going to make this joke even better for you. I'll point to one game. In Caleb Williams' very short, fucked up career as a Bear that will define what Caleb Williams is as a quarterback. I have 2 words for you. Thanksgiving Day.
Was that the Lions game or
Yes.
the Cowboys game? The Lions game. Oh my God!
Thanks.
You know what? That game
Giving-
cost the coach. That game cost Eberflus his job.
Yep, Matt Uberfools was let go the next morning. Happy Thanksgiving. Get the fuck out of our office, Uberfools.
Hope you saved it.
Well, you know what? I've been listening to y'all for the last 10 minutes. You know what I haven't heard nobody say yet?
What?
Coaching. It's always the guy doesn't do this and the guy doesn't do that and the guy doesn't study and the guy doesn't. When is it the fucking coach's job to coach?
Oh, we just mentioned.
Now, I'm a Ravens fan.
If the
Hear me
player is
out.
coachable,
We mentioned.
Hear me out.
We mentioned.
I'm a
them.
Ravens fan. No, so when they brung Lamar off the bench when the Ravens were 4-5, and Lamar's rookie year, and all he did was go 6-1 for the rest of the season and win the division and get them in the playoffs. The entire fucking organization, from the top down to the coaches, geared the fucking team towards Lamar Jackson's skill set. What happened the very next season? He won his first MVP. That's coaching. You never hear coaches. Listen, again, everybody is always, well, it's Trey Lance's fault. Well, it's this guy's fault. It's Justin Fields' fault. When does the fucking coaches take responsibility for this?
The coach.
well, that's wait a minute. That's right. That's why Eberflus.
And I'll be honest with you.
That's why we
Trey
mentioned
Lance-
Uberfools.
Okay, so Trey Lance, Lamar Jackson, and
terrible,
Justin
bro.
Fields. Trey Lance, Lamar Jackson, and Justin Fields all played Division I ball. Trey Lance and Justin Fields were better throwers of the football than Lamar Jackson in college.
That's
Bullshit.
college.
Why is it that
Hold on,
they
wait. That's college.
Bullshit.
That's college.
I call
Hold
it.
on, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Hold on, Stoneman.
Hear me
That's
out.
college.
Hear me out.
Because guess who else was a great quarterback in college? Guess.
Who?
Tim Tebow. Great quarterback in college.
I said thrower of the football. I didn't say nothing about Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow couldn't throw for shit. Was he a great college athlete? Yes. Was he a thrower? Absolutely not.
No,
And neither was Lamar Jackson, but
He led his
again, he was coached.
But that's
Lamar
you know
Jackson was coached. When is it going to be the coach's job? Okay, we drafted the fucking kid. We got to fucking coach him, and we got to put a system here to fit his fucking skill set. I said the same thing about Tebow.
You totally missing the whole point that we said about. I said about Justin Fields. And what's the name? Who's the Chicago guy right now? Who's the guy in Chicago right now?
Caleb
Williams. Their problem is that they're not coachable. It's just like if you have a stupid kid. Hey man, wipe your feet when you come in the house. Put your shoes up, and they don't. Even when you slap them upside the head, they might do it for a hot minute, but next thing you know, you come back in the house, they shoes scat right.
I totally understand what you're saying, but it starts to be redundant when that's the excuse for everybody.
But it's not an excuse.
When it's the excuse for everybody. Oh, he's just not coachable. Oh, well, he's just not fucking putting in the work. When is it your fucking job as the fucking coach? That's what I'm saying. It started to just sound like the same old excuses every single time. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, this is why I was so happy that the Browns hired a quarterback coach in the offseason before the draft, because I knew then that, okay, they serious. They're going to draft a rookie, and they're going to develop the shit out of them, which we see. They got two that's going to be fighting for the number one spot come next year. Gabriel and Sanders. Although Gabriel has the inside track because he's a better player than him. But it's fine if we have Shedeur as a backup. I'm not mad at it. Let them have an honest quarterback competition. This wasn't a quarterback competition this year. This was here. Get some NFL game reps in preseason and then sit and learn. That's what
I
this
got-
year is about.
I
But
got 2 words for you.
go ahead.
I got 2 words for you. Sam Darnold.
Oh
Look
my
how
God.
the Jets look how the Jets treated Sam Darnold like he was the fucking problem in New York.
Right. I
Once
100%
again,
agree with you.
No,
I 100% agree
they
with you with Sam
the
Darnold.
coaches don't take the fucking responsibility. Oh, the problem is Sam Darnold. Let's draft. I don't even remember the guy's name that they replaced him with before Aaron Rodgers. Who was that kid they drafted from BYU?
Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
Zach fucking Wilson. And where the
Zach
fuck is he at now?
Wilson.
You
In
see
Denver.
how? Hey, no, Sam Darnold's a bust. Get rid of him. And what happened when Sam Darnold went to Minnesota?
Oh, he balled out.
I'm just saying, man. I mean, I'd be a little hesitant to say this guy's a bust and that guy's a bust because I see a lot of his poor coaching, and I see a lot of organizations don't do their fucking job. It's your goddamn job to coach him up, to put the system in fucking place for him, to get the fucking talent around him. That's all I'm saying. It's easy to say the guy don't want to work.
Did you think Trey Lance wasn't put in the best system for his skill set?
He had the best system. He had
No,
one
no,
of
wait.
the
I want him to answer.
I don't
Do you
think
think
Trey
Trey
Lance
Lance
was
was
given
put in the best-
a chance. Not the same chance I see other young quarterbacks get coming out.
He was given a chance. He was.
Yeah.
Oh, they gave up
Yeah.
3 first-round picks for him. He was given a chance.
He was given. He was given the keys in that system when he came to Santa Clara.
Day one.
Look. Snowman.
Listen, I understand where you're coming from when the coach has to admit fault. Kyle Shanahan did just that. He did just that. He and John Lynch and Jed York said we fucked up when we drafted Trey Lance because Trey Lance, say it with me, was not ready. Okay? Nor was he coachable.
Okay. Now they're saying the same thing about Caleb Williams in Chicago. But if you go back,
Caleb Williams wasn't coachable at USC.
Okay, I'll give you that. But if you go and look, if you go look at his numbers,
Go ahead.
If you
No,
look at his,
Snowman, let him say it. Let him say it, Snowman.
real quick, if you go look at Caleb Williams' numbers, his numbers from last season were not terrible.
No, they were not.
They were pedestrian, but it wasn't fucking terrible.
No, it was not terrible. But he still has a problem. Caleb Williams still has a problem reading the defense between the time he takes the snap to he makes his back plant foot. This is why they hired Ben Johnson and gave him all that goddamn money. Because if you could turn again the Lions quarterback, Snowman,
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff. If you could turn Jared Goff into, damn near going to the Super Bowl, if not for a Herculean catch by
Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, Brandon Ayuk. You going to the Super Bowl, bruh. If your defense didn't have 22 starters out because of injury, you get back to the NFC Championship.
See, babe, this is the other part of the equation.
Go ahead.
You see how they're trying to give dude. He's the new genius, hotshot offensive coordinator.
He is.
Turned Jared. But don't they say that about every fucking OC that gets a head coaching job nowadays?
Yeah,
isn't it always the same story? Every single one of them.
But it's not a lie though. It's not a lie though.
I don't know. I don't know, dude.
Like hell. I guarantee you, Ben Johnson right now wished like hell he'd have took that. We can call them the Redskins again now. I bet you he wished like hell he took that Redskins job.
Listen. Okay, it's one thing to draw up plays. It's another thing to coach a quarterback.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Coach. He's a quarterback coach, just like Baker Mayfield down there in Tampa Bay. They got a damn good quarterback coach. Their offensive coordinator. That's why they tried their best to keep him. Where is he now? Jacksonville. They tried their best to keep their offensive coordinator because he's a damn good coach. Baker Mayfield loved that guy. Damn, I keep forgetting his name. The Lions quarterback.
Jared Goff. Because he's fucking average.
He's that freaking forgettable. But this dude is going to Pro Bowls and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a head coach that know all you got, bruh. Hey, just X, Y, and Z. This route is going to be open. It's just like the very reason why Sanders fell in the draft was because, and it was true, because we saw the tapes that they did with Jackson Dart. It was the same thing. Look, come up to the whiteboard. This route, this route, this route. Who's open? Jackson Dart calling it. The guy even turned his back. Okay, I got this play, this play, this play. Who's going to be open? Jackson Dart calling it. He calling it. I mean, he turned around. Brian Daboll was damn near putting on the chapstick, ready to give him the love kisses. You know what I'm saying? He was ready to give him the sloppy toppy. That's why they went up in the first round to get him. I was so pissed that they fucking took him because he was ready. He was the most NFL ready quarterback in the draft because he's coachable.
All I'm saying is that it took Lamar how many seasons to get where he is?
Lamar is very coachable. I'm not going to lie, but he did have to learn to catch up with the speed of the NFL as far as the passing game.
Because he did not play a pro-style offense in his life.
Exactly. I give Lamar his credit, his due. The former Browns team Ravens, I give Lamar Jackson his due. I always said, once this guy learns how to throw in the NFL, it's over. It's over.
I think too many coaches get a fucking pass for. I think too many of them just use the excuse of, oh, the guy's not coachable.
Some of these guys
and by me not being in that locker room or me being in that film room with the guy, I don't know who's telling the truth. I think a lot of these coaches are overrated. I think a lot of these GMs and owners and organizations don't know what the hell they're doing.
I'll give you that one.
Kind of like what's the kid that got drafted by Arizona that year?
Kyler Murray.
No. Before him, Drew Rosen. What the fuck happened to him? They just gave up on him. What happened to him?
Because he was uncoachable trash. He was uncoachable trash.
Dude, they didn't give him how many seasons did he have? One?
It don't matter. If you sitting up there in the quarterback room, I'm sitting up here. I got the play on the big board. Okay, so Rosen, this is 3rd and 18. We called the hot route, the out and up to the left side. Why did you throw it in the flat for an interception? Well, don't say you were rushed, motherfucker, because you had a clean pocket. So why did you do
great.
that?
That's great, but here's the problem with that thinking. You got rid. Wasn't you the same organization that thought he was a first-round talent in the first place? Didn't you draft him over Lamar Jackson in the first place?
Where's their GM?
Then within one season he becomes uncoachable trash. Like, come on, man.
Where's their GM?
He's uncoachable trash after Texas A&M at UCLA.
Yeah, where's their GM?
I have no idea. I don't know.
He got fired almost immediately.
This is my last note before I go to bed. Drew Rosen was uncoachable trash after his miraculous, somehow 17-minute comeback win with UCLA versus Texas A&M. Ain't heard another goddamn thing from him since, and the Cardinals wasted a pick on him.
Yeah, first rounder.
And that's what Caleb Williams is. Wasted pick, wasted money.
So we're gonna blame Caleb Williams. We're gonna blame the GM, or we're gonna blame the fucking Chicago Bears, because this makes 2 in a row.
Let me ask you this.
I'll answer that question. How about all of the above? How about all of the above? Because
sell the fucking team then. Sell the team to sell them to fucking Hawaii or something, dude. Because obviously the Chicago Bears are the problem at this point.
At least the Bears finally got a good GM. They got the brother They got the brother. He got.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see.
No,
We'll see.
Bay. I'll stop.
You don't like the? You don't like him?
Are we talking about Ryan Poles? The answer is no.
You don't like Ryan Poles? Why not?
No.
Why not?
He's being puppeteered to run
By
that
who?
team. He's being puppeteered by the management above him to run that team. First of all, it was Virginia McCaskey, because when you draft a supposed talent like Caleb Williams, there's one part you're supposed to fix. You're supposed to put a line in front of him. And by the way, why don't they use DeAndre Swift more often?
Because he's not a power back. Plus, Caleb Williams, look, last year, Caleb Williams, after week 6, he started coming around having decent numbers because he started hitting his hot routes. Also, what was his biggest problem all year? Despite that, what was his biggest problem all year?
Held on to the ball too long.
Exactly. The motherfucker was too busy getting his Fred Astaire on damn near every other snap.
I love that comparison. And then Thanksgiving Day happened, and he went right back in the shitter. And on that note, I am headed to bed.
Good night.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Appreciate you being up. Yeah, so I mean, sometimes, bro, these dudes, they just can't process the information the way you want them to. You know, you can have some of the best coaching in the league. I mean, Jared Goff was the head, he was the number one, he was the starter for the Rams. They traded him for Matt Stafford and won a Super Bowl.
Because that was an obvious upgrade.
Yeah,
that was an obvious upgrade at the quarterback position.
Exactly. Because
doesn't mean Goff was trash.
No, it don't mean he was trash, but he was just average. And they needed an above average quarterback in order to get over the hump. And that's exactly what they did. If the Rams got a quarterback right now, a good quarterback, then Matthew Stafford can go ahead and retire, because let's be honest, he should retire. He should have retired, after he won the Super Bowl. He should have retired. Him and Aaron Donald should have went out together. But, I mean, we just work here, right?
I think Stafford still got some juice left in him. I don't think he got 5 years in him, but I think he got another 2.
We'll see. I mean, he's been injury prone ever since he won that Super Bowl. You know, because his body, it's like you can still have it in you, but your body just ain't holding up. I mean, look at Brady. Brady was 44, 45, injury free in his 40s, because, I mean, 3-step drop and throw, 3-step drop and throw, 3-step drop and throw. I've been doing this so long, I can read the defense. I know what you're doing as soon as I break the huddle. I'm looking at where you standing, who y'all are reckless eyeballing. I already know what y'all finna do. You know what I'm saying? Some quarterbacks are some players, but since we talking about quarterbacks, some quarterbacks are able to process the information faster than others. You get a quarterback like Caleb Williams, first and foremost, I wouldn't have never drafted that motherfucker number 1 once he'd sat up there crying like a little bitch in the stands with his mama, in his mama's lap, in her bosom, crying into his fucking towel with these painted fucking nails. There's no way in fuck I would have that soft ass nigga on my team. Are you serious? I'd have drafted Michael Sam or Monty Teo. Got no damn bitch ass nigga talking about I'm the leader of the team. Man, you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, listen, bro.
No fucking way.
Oh shit, that's fucking hilarious. Hey, listen, all I know is that this is Chicago's second time in a row doing this. If you're going to tell me that Caleb Williams is trash, you got a new GM, so you can't blame it on the GM this time, then it has to be the fucking organization at this point. At some point, these coaches and these fucking GMs and the ownership has to be responsible for this shit.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of watching average ass quarterbacks like Ryan Tannehill stay around forever. Like I said, Kenny Pickett. I mean, why does he have a fucking job?
He's still young and he's serviceable.
That's arguably though.
Honest. Let's just
That's
be honest.
arguably though. I watch him twice a year. He's garbage.
Well,
Kenny Pickett is fucking garbage.
True, but then again, he was hamstrung in Pittsburgh. He only had George Pickens to throw to, and they ran such a silly ass offense. Only thing they did was run back shoulder fades down the sideline. That's the Steelers' offense. If you really look at it, that's their passing game.
Oh, the Steelers haven't had a running game. Steelers haven't had a running game in a decade. They don't have a tight end. They only have one wide receiver worth talking about. I mean, you're gonna throw back shoulder fades.
Right. So let's put him in a different system, because sometimes you put a quarterback in a different system and the light comes on. You know,
if the light came on, he'd be starting. Like I said about Sam Darnold earlier. Sam Darnold went a different system, became a starter. Went to the playoffs.
Was always you're right. Yeah, Sam Darnold, prime example. You put him in a system with some talent, but do understand Darnold wouldn't have been the starter last year if old boy wouldn't have got hurt. That's why I'm looking at last year's draft. Who was that? Who did they pick? Who
are you talking about? You talking about the Jets?
No, the Vikings. Who did they pick last year? He wound up getting hurt.
Oh, I have no idea.
JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy was balling out in training camp, and then he tore up his knee. So Sam Darnold, who was supposed to have been the insurance policy, well, they cashed in the insurance policy.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you would watch Sam Darnold playing for the Jets, I watched a few Jets games, and I'm watching them, and I'm saying, hey, Sam Darnold's not the fucking problem.
No, he was not.
I'm seeing some of the throws he's making. I'm looking, I'm saying Sam Darnold is not the problem here.
No, he was not.
It was never him. It's the organization. They never put shit around him.
Yeah. Look at what happened when he went to Carolina. He was balling out in Carolina, but they kept fucking him over.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the best quarterback they had on the team.
Just look at the teams you're naming. The Jets, the Bears, Carolina. It's always the same shitty fucking organizations.
Yeah.
You want these quarterbacks to play for these shitty organizations and work miracles. So that's why I don't be too fast to shit on the quarterback itself. Give me at least 3 seasons before I want to start shitting on you. And then again, you're going to have to start explaining why some quarterbacks get to stick around and some don't. Kind of like, what's my man used to play for Washington? Then he played Kirk Cousins. Lord have fucking mercy.
Prime example. Kirk, I'm glad you brought him up, because Kirk Cousins was a baller. I knew that watching him at Michigan State. I knew he was a baller. And look how the Redskins treated him. But at any rate, he went from being a bona fide starter for Washington to getting his quad pop, his ACL. I mean, his what the fuck is that? That they always Achilles tendon pop. Went from a playoff bound bona fide starter quarterback to now look at him. Now he's an overly priced backup, just like Deshaun Watson.
Because he never won shit. He's never won shit. He's made a lot of money. You look at his stats, you say, oh, look at the stats. He threw for 4,000 yards, this, that, and the third. Okay, great. But he's never won shit. He's never won. And at some point, you have to justify why this guy has $80 million guaranteed dollars and he's not going to win you anything.
Because he was solid. He was a solid starter. You look at last year's draft. All right, Caleb Williams, who I wouldn't have took. Jaden Daniels is a superstar, clearly. Drake May is a superstar, clearly. He just needs wide receiver help. All right, Michael Penix Jr., superstar. Clearly, JJ McCarthy. We'll see. There's a second year in a row. A lot of freaking rave reviews coming out of training camp, but we'll see come what in 2 weeks what he can do. Bo Nix, he showed that he could play. You know what I'm saying? Coaching at that. Good coaching. We'll see what he can do. Spencer Rattler looks like trash because the Saints don't have a good coach. Jordan Travis, is he still on the fucking team for the Jets?
Dog, I don't fucking know. I don't know what's going on in New York no more.
Yeah, Joe Milton, he looked good in his last game with the Patriots. He looked like a starter.
What's the dude that was playing for the Giants and now he went to somewhere else? Daniels?
Oh, you talking about Daniel Jones? He went to the Colts.
Why does he have a fucking job?
I have no idea.
This is what I'm saying.
But he's better than Anthony Richardson, so I guess they trying to play for. I guess they trying to play for Manning. But
is he better than this? This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You bitch about Trey Young. You bitch about what's his name? What's the kid? Justin Fields.
Right.
But that motherfucker keeps a job.
Dude, hey.
Daniel Jones is by far the biggest bust I've seen in the past 10 years. He has no business being on a roster right now. None.
He is Dolly Parton in the 80s.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
I know, but trust me, man. Look, both Anthony Richardson, him and Daniel Jones both suck. I don't even know. I mean, it really wasn't a competition because we know Daniel Jones will at least look solid for maybe a game or two before he shits the bed for 6 weeks. But Anthony Richardson shits the dude. Why? I'm sorry. Go play basketball. Anthony Richardson, go play basketball. The NFL is not for you. That motherfucker is terrible.
I'm just saying it never.
Watson last year, first 6 games, terrible. He is terrible.
It never ceases to amaze me the some of these quarterbacks can just fucking stick around. And every year I'm just asking, why is this? Why did New York even give him a contract? Like, once the rookie deal went out, they gave him a $100 million deal. Are you fucking kidding me?
They made the playoffs that year under Brian Daboll.
The Giants made the playoffs?
Yeah, they were. I think they. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me think. I'm not sure if they did. I think they may have been a wild card team that got bounced, or they almost made the playoffs. But he had a good season. Let me see. Hold on. Here we go. Can you see this?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. Let's go. Okay, regular preseason schedule. Oh, this is hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's see. This was last year's regular season, right? This is because they cut him. They cut his ass. Let's see here. Hold on. Let's go to Pro Football Focus.
Yeah, he fucking cut him. Thank God. And I'm not even a Giants fan.
God, oh my God. I mean, you talk about the worst. That dude was garbage.
He has no business being on a roster right now. None.
No, he does not. I'm not even gonna lie. That dude is garbage. Okay, New York Giants. Okay, let's see here. NFC East. Let's see here. Schedule. Okay, let's go schedule. Let's see if we can pull up last year's schedule. No, not last year. The 2 years ago. Hold on. Damn it. It should be. No. Okay. Okay. Hold on. 2023. All right. 2023 Giants. God damn it.
Look, it ain't even worth talking about. They only got that shit up there.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's see Wikipedia. Let's see what they can tell us. Let's see. All right, let's see here. Regular season. Let's go. Where did they go? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that wasn't it. All right, let's see. 2020. Or was it 2022? Hold on. Let's see. Or was it 2022? So Dable's been there for a couple of years. All right, let's see here. Yeah, he's been there a couple of seasons. Let me see. I think this was it. Yeah, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, they had 9 wins. It was after this season. That's when he got that contract. Because they won 9 games.
Fucking wins. This is what I'm talking about. 9 wins. He was terrible. From day one, he was god awful. And all it takes is for one season to have 9 wins.
9 wins.
Yep, he's our guy.
That was so stupid. See, okay, yeah. See, they did make the playoffs. They beat the Vikings and then they lost to the Eagles. This is why he got that contract. Because they beat the Vikings 31-24. And then they lost to the Eagles, the Eagles went to the Super Bowl that year.
Danny Dimes, that's what they was calling him.
Exactly. So he had a good incredible 2022 season. I knew he made the playoffs. They made the playoffs Dable's first year, so they gave him that money. And then the next 2 years, the next year and a half, he just did, yeah.
Fell off a fucking cliff because he was trash. And he was always trash. It's the same thing. I always use Ryan Tannehill as the example. Dude, the amount of years Ryan Tannehill was allowed to get NFL money is criminal. He was always trash. His best seasons were average.
Look at this bullshit. He threw 15. That year, they made the playoffs. 15 touchdowns. Tied for the 21st in the NFL rank and ran for 10. So he accounted for 25 touchdowns. That's terrible. Oh, no, that's Saquon Barkley. Excuse me. All right, 15 passing touchdowns by this dude. He threw for 3,200 yards and 15 touchdowns. That's terrible. Their best receiver, Darius Slayton, had 724 yards receiving. And they gave him a contract.
They gave him a fucking contract. This is what I'm saying. Ownership, general managers, coaches don't get nearly the fucking criticism they deserve. Sorry, they do this shit every damn year. Man. Every year. And again, now he's playing for Indy. It's like, okay, what is the point of this?
It's the same reason why Russell Wilson is still in the league. It's the same reason why, what's her name? Jameis Winston is still in the league. Because in all honesty, you can't find anybody better. Let's just be honest. You can't find anybody better.
And that's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad.
They were talking about the state. This was years ago, about 5-6 years ago. They were talking about the state of quarterbacking in college football. And they were saying that these college coaches, they're not coaching these guys. That's why your boy is so terrible. Justin Fields, even though he was at Ohio State, he was a one read and run quarterback. Same thing with Deshaun Watson. He was a one read and run quarterback. What's the name? John Harbaugh, y'all coach. Great coach. What did you say he did with Lamar Jackson the first few years? First 3-4 years of his career?
Put a system in for him tailored to his skill set.
Exactly. He brought him along slowly till he was able to open it up, and then they went and got who was that? Who was that
Todd
wide
Moncton.
receiver number 4?
Todd Moncton.
Who was your wide receiver number 4?
Oh, Zay Flowers.
Yup, got him somebody he could throw to. Zay Flowers got him. Mark Andrews, reliable tight end, and then fucked around last year and got him a running back. Which, in all honesty, man, come on. I'm sorry, I would have ran the fucking wheels off of Derrick Henry.
That's John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh continuously gets outcoached.
Yeah,
Constantly gets fucking outcoached. If it wasn't for Lamar Jackson, I don't think Harbaugh would have a job.
yeah, I 100% admit that after Flacco was gone, yeah, what's the name? Lamar Jackson saved his job, saved his career. He gave him another 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years lease on football life in Baltimore.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson definitely saved Harbaugh's fucking job. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just like who's the other coach that, in all honesty, should have been fired, but they kept him around for a bit. What's the name in Pittsburgh?
Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, in all honesty, if the Steelers were not the type of, because the Steelers won't fire you. I mean, come on, what's the name damn near died on the sidelines. Chuck No almost died on the sidelines. They kept him around so long, and they were going to do the same thing with Bill Cowher. But as long as you keep making the playoffs, you're not going anywhere.
Even if you don't make the playoffs, Pittsburgh just doesn't run through coaches like that. Like the Steelers had their heyday in the 70s. Once the 80s rolled around, I mean, they wasn't doing shit.
Yeah.
They went the entire 80s complete trash. Pittsburgh just don't run through a lot of coaches. That's just not how they do shit.
Yeah, Coward replaced No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm blaming the organization for the problems in Pittsburgh because you knew, everybody could clearly see Big Ben was on his last leg. So why didn't y'all have a quarterback in place? Kind of like how Green Bay does shit. Ever notice Green Bay always got their next quarterback ready to go?
Yeah. They'll make your ass sit 4 years before they throw you out there if they have to.
Yeah, exactly. You will fucking sit in Green Bay for a minute.
Like, what the fuck you gonna do? You on a rookie contract, bitch.
and Pittsburgh just never had a replacement for Roethlisberger. So, I mean, I guess you can blame Tomlin a little bit, but ultimately that's on the organization.
Yeah, that 100% falls on the GM. It falls on the GM. I'm anxious to see what Howard does with the Steelers organization because I think he's perfect for their organization. I have to be honest. The quarterback out of Ohio State, he was a 5th round pick too. But that kid can play. He's got a beautiful ball. His balls look like they're floating on the cloud. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
His passes are beautiful. Them receivers, I mean, he be dropping them in the basket, dead runs, perfect spots on sidelines, and he's tough. He can run the football. He's like a young Roethlisberger, only with better ball placement.
Well, the thing about a young Roethlisberger is that he had a run game. They didn't let young Roethlisberger wing it all over the place. Those early years, they ran the ball in Pittsburgh. See, my problem is with these offensive coordinators today is everything is throw. Because they're too busy trying to get head coaching jobs. That's why I said earlier about everybody's the next hotshot OC that's going to be a head coach. Because that's all everybody wants. And you throw these quarterbacks out there who either for a fact really ain't that in the first place, or you just don't give a shit. because all you want to do is be able to point to passing numbers so you can get a fucking head coaching interview.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And they don't run the
exactly.
ball. They don't take care of these young quarterbacks.
Why you think
you said it yourself a minute ago? Why don't they use Swift in Chicago? Because they want to throw the ball. That's why.
Exactly.
The OC wants to get his shine. That's why.
This is why I like. I mean, I was pissed at the Browns draft, but I like it once it all fell into place. Once it was over, because then I saw exactly what the fuck was going on. They're about to be a power running team again, which is going to get them back in the playoffs. Power, because motherfuckers, these linebackers today, linebackers and defensive linemen and defensive backs are not used to dealing with a 230-pound back hammering at them for damn near 40 plays a game. You know what I'm saying? They're not used to these offensive linemen laying on top of their ass, busting in their helmets 40 times a game because they're just running the ball down your throat. That wears you down. And if all you doing in practice and then up against other teams is just chasing wide receivers and tight ends and shit, you're not used to taking that type of punishment.
Cleveland haven't been scary. Cleveland has never been scarier when they had Chubb.
Yeah.
That was a scary fucking Cleveland Browns team when they had Nick Chubb. And when they ran the ball. And I'm telling you right now, I watched Flacco play for 10 plus years in Baltimore. You don't want him throwing 40 times a game.
No, fuck no. He cost us that playoff game against the Texans.
You don't.
Got turnovers.
You got to give him a fucking running game. You have to.
That's why I was talking about Judkins. Once Judkins signed his contract within the next week or so, and go ahead and take your little 4-game suspension, we'll go ahead. Well, I mean, nobody's expecting much out of this team anyway. So if we go 2-2 before he come back, and he come in fresh, you know what I'm saying? I'm not worried. We can get the season back on track with at least 2 games. Let him get 2 games under his belt before he, NFL. Oh, okay, I got a feel for it. You know what I'm saying? Because a great player, this is what I mean by great players. It don't matter what system you really put it in. If the motherfucker can play, the motherfucker gonna play. Especially at like a running back, wide receiver, corner, defensive end. Quarterback is, of course, the hardest position you can play. But, everything else fall by the wayside. If you can keep Flacco at least throwing 20-plus passes a game, you'll be all right. Just don't count on him to try to win the motherfucker. Don't get into a shootout with Flacco as your quarterback. It ain't going to work. Not with this wide receiver core. Trust me, I believe you. I but you got to run that ball. You got to kill that clock. Play action past these motherfuckers. Jump out. Back when Baker Mayfield, when Kevin Stefanski became his head coach the first year, I mean, they were putting teams again. They were putting teams away at halftime. 31-14, 35-10 at the half.
Yeah.
He was killing them. But he fucked it all. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be cursing. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. But he messed it all up because of ego. Dude, go on injured reserve. He'd still be in Cleveland. He was still be in Cleveland with the contract that he wanted.
I completely blame that whole thing on ownership.
Yes.
They just blew it up too fast. I mean, the talent was there for the first time. From top to bottom, you've never had a better Cleveland Browns roster. And they blew it up too fast.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing, okay, like, because nobody really talks about this. Even when, they talked about it a little bit when it was happening. But in all honesty, him and OBJ had an issue. They had that underlying issue where it was like Baker was trying to be the star But the locker room saw OBJ as a star, but Baker was trying to win over the fans. So when he was throwing the OBJ, he threw shitty balls. When he was throwing the OBJ, he threw shitty balls. To the point where OBJ was just out there running routes for the hell of it. And because then he wasn't even really looking his way. Remember the video? They kept talking about the video that OBJ's father played. They got him running out of Cleveland. He was showing the all 22, OBJ wide open with his hand up. Baker Mayfield don't even look his way. Nigga, you know the play is going towards him. He's the number one wide receiver. The play is specifically designed for OBJ. Why are you dump passing it? Why are you hot routing? What are you doing? He was doing that shit intentionally. It got OBJ ran out, and then finally the following year, because Baker with too much ego, you know the story. But what we were saying about when he wound up hurting his ankle, his throwing foot, planting foot, ankle, Baker, I think this was about maybe week 7. He hurt his shoulder in week 6. He hurt his ankle in week 7. And we was like, okay, put this nigga on injured reserve, man. What is y'all doing? What are you doing? But Kevin Stefanski kept saying, well, he gives us the best chance to win. Motherfucker, the season is lost. Put the boy on injured reserve as an organization for his own good, his own benefit, his own health, and come back and do it again next year. But Baker refused to go on IR. And I'm like, this is bullshit. You don't let the inmate run the asylum. Nigga, who is you? You still on the rookie contract. You don't tell me what the fuck to do. I tell you what the fuck to do. Now take your ass home. You're on injured reserve. But that was the owner fucking around, getting in the mix. That's why we owe all this fucking money to goddamn Deshaun Watson, who ain't done shit since he got there. Motherfucker, damn near. I mean, come on. Look, that whole Deshaun Watson debacle where you had teams fighting for him, I really do wish we would have lost that shit, but the owner got involved. $230 million guaranteed? Niggas, you crazy? He ain't played football in a year. We're going to lose him probably for another year before he comes back. And then when he did come back, I knew something was wrong. When he came back, we had to play the Saints in Cleveland. It was a fucking snow game, like frozen tundra type shit. I'm sitting up here like, we got a healthy Nick Chubb, a healthy Kareem Hunt. Why the fuck are we in 5 wide with this nigga? And lost the game.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing in Cleveland. This is what, again.
Listen, come to find out, Deshaun Watson didn't want to run Kevin Stefanski's offense. He wanted to play from the shotgun. He wanted to run his college offense where he was, again, a one read and run quarterback. Nigga, Kevin Stefanski's offense was tailor-made for your no-skill having ass. It was tailor-made for you. But you wanted to run the goddamn show, and now look at you.
Again, this is why I don't throw all the blame on the quarterbacks when I see it, because these stories start to come out later on down the road.
Yeah, because I would have told Deshaun Watson, nigga, fuck you. I got Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. It's a goddamn snow game. Nigga,
I would have been in fucking power.
Is this a dome stadium? Do it look like we got track stars for wide receivers? You got Amari Cooper's slow ass. What the fuck is you talking about? This nigga can only run in a straight line. That's it. He's a jump ball receiver. The fuck out of here. You trying to run the 5 wide? Man, motherfucker, get your ass under center. I get it. I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to go off. But, oh my God. Cleveland. Okay, I'll put it to you like this. Finally, this year, Kevin Stefanski is like, fuck this. I'm going. If I'm gonna lose my job, I'm gonna lose my job my way. So he's going back to the old school power running football. Power running football. He gonna do this shit his way. I guarantee. Well, I'm not gonna say I guarantee, but I got a strong feeling that at the least they're going to have 10 wins as long as Flacco doesn't shit the bed. Can I say that? Oh, and we get Judkins back before week 4. Before week 5. Can I say that?
It's going to come down to Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati. There's so many questions about Pittsburgh. We know Cincinnati doesn't have any defense whatsoever. And then, like you said, how much do you trust Flacco? So it's going to be fucking crazy. It's going to be crazy in the AFC North. I see the Ravens getting off to a slow start, but they'll find their groove after the first month. They'll probably win 11 or 12 games. After that, the second place team in the AFC North might not make the playoffs because I don't see either one of them teams getting more than 9 wins.
I think it's going to come down. These are my Super Bowl opponents. Philadelphia versus Buffalo. I think Buffalo finally going to get over the hump. What you think?
I don't make predictions before it starts getting hoodie season, so I just don't because too many fucking people get hurt the first month of football. You know how it is.
Oh yeah, Josh Allen.
I don't start really making predictions till it gets cold, at least till November.
Okay, I got you.
That's how I do things. Like, because so many motherfuckers that get hurt, your whole damn season can go down in week 1, man. And I've seen it.
Oh my
God! So many times in my life.
Oh my God!
Somebody's wide receiver, somebody's left tackle, somebody's running back, somebody's linebacker, and your whole season's gone.
Somebody's
fucking week 1. Yeah, somebody's quarterback. Fucking week 1. Like, whatever.
Aaron Rodgers on his 4th snap.
Yeah. Except great point. Yeah. Good example. Season down the drain. 4th fucking snap. So, with that, my phone on 12%. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, man. Nice talking to you.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate you having me. I appreciate you coming up.
All right, man. I'll add you later on. I know you going to do something later?
Yeah, it's Monday. I definitely gotta do my political show because I really need to focus on how Trump actually gave black people reparations and it went over everybody's fucking head.
Mm-hmm.
It went over everybody's head. So I'm gonna talk about that. You see what he's doing with Chicago. He can ready to send the National Guard out there, and Brandon Johnson talking about something. Well, we gonna fight the National Guard. Be like, well, bitch, going out. You get out there first. Here, you go out there first with your little pop shooter. Go on out there, motherfucker. Since you want to fight so bad, go fight them.
Yeah. Have at it.
That's a cool ass nigga.
Well, you know what? They fucking voted for him, so you get what you pay for.
Yeah. And something else happened. All right, Trump reparations, Brandon Johnson, Chicago. Something else fucking happened. Oh, you know what? Look. This is the Trump administration. At least 3 big things happen every Monday through Friday. 3 things happen every day from Monday to Friday. This nigga just won't stop. He trying to get everything done before he die.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll be on tonight at 9.
Cool. All right, I'll see you then, man.
All right, be safe, brother. Please.
All
be
right,
safe.
buddy. Take it easy.
All right, peace.
I mean, we just want volunteers, not hostages.